Disclaimer. Please forgive me now if there are any mispronunciations in this video. Stevens Point, Wisconsin is the location of 3 haunted bridges, one apparently being one of the most haunted in Wisconsin. Let's begin with the 2 lesser explained bridges. The Red Bridge of Casimir Road runs across the Wisconsin River and is a popular location for fishermen, but the bridge is also a host of a female wraith that comes out at midnight. The legend goes that if you park your car and turn off your lights, the wraith will form into view. Nothing more is known about the wraith, such as where she came from or why she is here. The Black Bridge is no different when it comes to the ghostly hauntings, but this one has a little bit more of an explanation to its ghostly encounters. Legend states that working in the surrounding factories and mills results in an occasional tumble into the dark waters. Other rumors are of people dying in industrial accidents and management quickly disposing of the corporal delicti in the waters below before OSHA could arrive to investigate. Now you can see haunted forms that cross the narrow bridge. The most haunted bridge, though, is the Bloody Bride Bridge. It's east of town on Highway 66 near Jordan Park and crosses the Plover River. According to the legend, a bride died on the bridge on her wedding day in varying many ways. One is that her car veered off the bridge and into the river. Another is that she died in a head-on collision. And lastly, that she was run over while walking across the bridge for help following car troubles. One apparent experience goes is that a police officer had an encounter with her ghost. He was driving across the bridge one day when the bride suddenly appeared in front of his squad car. He slammed on the brake, but it was too late. When he went to investigate, she had vanished. He returned to his car, shaken, only to find her in his back seat. He took his bloody passenger to the hospital only to have her vanish yet again. When the Wisconsin Road Guide to Haunted Locations investigated this story, nobody at Stevens Point Police Department had any recollection of a bride ever having been killed on the road. And according to them, the incident of the police officer never happened, otherwise an investigation would have happened by the Sheriff's Department. They also spoke to several employees of the Sheriff's Department who had no memory of a girl dying on Highway 66. Charlotte Mills Bridge of Christie has some truth behind it. Charlotte Mills was a real person, born as Charlotte A. Raymond, and born in New York in 1840. She would move to Wisconsin at the age of 3. Years later, Charlotte married a Mr. Ransom, and they had 2 sons, Fay and Benjamin. After her husband died, she married Calvin John Mills in 1866. 4 years later, they moved to Christie, Wisconsin, and produced a 3rd son, Claude Lee Mills. In 1883, her father Luther died. In the spring of 1899, her son Fay moved away from Wisconsin, traveling to South Dakota, Montana, California, and Alaska in search for gold. Then one day, Charlotte received news that her son had drowned near LaBarge, Alaska on October 12, 1901. 1 year later, she received more sad news. Her second son, Benjamin, had died on October 2, 1902 in McKay, Idaho. In 1905, her husband died from a sudden heart failure. After his death, Charlotte fell into a severe depression and expressed to her son Claude her feelings that her life was pointless, full of misfortune, and not worth living. On October 4, 1907, Charlotte told her son Claude that she was going to visit one of her friends. She often would spend the night over at her friend's house, so when she didn't return that evening, no one was worried. But after she was gone for 2 days, Claude became concerned and went to look for her. She was not at her friend's house, so Claude searched near the Black River, finding her footprints, then her shawl, and finally her body floating in the shallow water near the shore. Later he found that before going to her death, his mother had carefully laid out on her bed the clothes she wanted to be buried in. Now the legend goes that people see her on chilly October nights, walking the bridge and mourning the deaths of her sons. People have also experienced ghostly mists and strange lights hovering over the bridge. It should be noted that Charlotte Mills Bridge is not the original bridge of Charlotte Mills' time and has been replaced twice. There is a bridge in Augusta that is called the Green-Eyed Bridge for the experience you may encounter. The legend states that 100-some years ago, a resident of Augusta, Wisconsin, murdered his family, and committed suicide by hanging himself on the bridge over Eau Claire River. Now his ghost haunts the bridge. Another version of the story is that the suicide happened during the Depression. Either way, at night, a silhouette of the body hanging can be seen from the girders or the side of the bridge, and one may see the glowing eyes of the murderer on or near the bridge. The Wisconsin Road Guide to Haunted Locations found no evidence of a homicide-suicide story. They also investigated the green eyes, which they captured and analyzed. They were determined to be firefly larvae, or glowworms. But witnesses discount this, claiming that the eyes have been seen in winter when there are no insects. Not many hauntings, other than house hauntings, can be credited with a true story behind them, but the Siren Bridge of Burnett County has such a story. During a Halloween blizzard, a family was driving home down County Road B when their car skidded off the bridge and overturned in a swampy stream. Unfortunately, the parents and their young daughter were trapped inside and drowned. Now people have reported experiencing an odd phenomenon, where a ghostly voice of a little girl comes over their car radio saying, "Help me, mommy, I can't get out," when they drive over the bridge. The accident has been confirmed to have happened. Lastly, for this list, there's a bridge called Root River Bridge of Rancine County with a short ghost story. Back in the 1970s, a young boy was playing in the woods near the bridge and accidentally drowned in Root River. Now late at night, people have seen his ghostly image walking in the woods near the riverbank. What do you think of these haunted bridges? Did you like this video? Want to support this channel and get early access? Check out my Patreon page where I create content on cryptids, hauntings, serious killers, alien abductions, and much more. Can't support me there? Like, comment, and subscribe here.